welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and welcome to This Week On. Wow, it's been an amazing week for Kickstarter on the channel. We had two amazing pirate games up head-to-head. One of them was the incredible Adventures in Wonderland, the licensed game from Peter Pan, going right up against Sea of Legends. They do share some comparisons, but they are different as well. And we'll look at them later on the show when we look at the Big Four. We also looked at the unofficial Heroes and Might and Magic game that is Euthia, which is coming to the West now in English. This is a very exciting game. And we also looked at the best kids game of the year that has hit Kickstarter. A very fun game, Dino Racer, with a bit of light dexterity, and we'll tell you about that when we get to the Big Four. Also, we have to give a mention to our love letter that we did for the museum. Alright, but we've got some juicy news coming up. Oh yeah, it's about S.H.E.O.L, which is, well, don't really want to spoil it now, do I? And also, later on in the show, with the channel news, we did unlock our stretch goal. We might hear some music, some new music this week. And also, we'll reveal the next stretch goal details, if you don't know what them are, in an advert coming up right after this. A big thanks to our subscribers as we've smashed the 250 sub goal, and new music will be pouring into all our new videos. The next stretch goal is the Big 500, which we're calling the Day 1 live event. If there's any giant Kickstarter games coming out, we will do a live stream as soon as it breaks, so you can watch our first impressions of the hottest Kickstarter games. Also, if this unlocks, we will be bringing you all of the games that have those pesky early bird deals, so you can get the action when it comes, so you never miss the opportunity to unlock something really cool that you may have to pay in the add-ons. So this will make sure our program is heading towards the best we can do for you, and you will help make the station become the best damn Kickstarter board game channel that there is. Help us evolve the channel by simply subscribing. Kickstarter news. Oh, S.H.E.O.L is coming next week on Wednesday, it looks like. And this is an incredible game. You can go to the Kickstarter Preview page, which we'll show you now what it's kind of about. It is very, very exciting, and we'll definitely be covering it in the week for sure. But what's curious about this game is that on the video of it, they show us what looks like 8 character classes, which it only reveals 4 on the main campaign page. So maybe these are upcoming stretch goals. You'll see here, I'll upload it. It shows 7 here, and it shows it actually shows you 8 here. But is this other one here a 9th character? Let me just go through them again. So you've got the 7 here. You've got number 8 here. And is this number 9? Ooh, I think it is. There could be 9 character classes, which is overkill, maybe? Is it overkill? We'll find out on Wednesday anyway. But S.H.E.O.L does look great. I'll put the link to the Kickstarter preview down below in the show notes. So, yes, it's a massive Kickstarter coming next week. It's probably going to be the biggest game of May for sure. It's a monster coming from Italy. And yes, not just fantastic minis, but the gameplay also has me intrigued and very, very excited. So that'll be coming next week. Oh, yes. Now, an update on last week about Kickstarter cutting their staff. Well, it does look like they are going to be cutting their staff by 45%. But we still don't know the exact reason for this, but I think they're just trimming the fat off and becoming a bit of a leaner company. We've already seen great updates in this last week. Kickstarter changing. As you go on the Kickstarter, there's almost been a change every couple of days. So it looks like it looks very similar to, if you remember Microsoft Skype, when they took Skype over, they didn't update Skype at all. And as soon as they changed their CEO, their new CEO started firing peeps and making Microsoft more efficient with less staff. And Skype suddenly got updates. And in fact, it's been updating since the CEO took over. And this is what we might see with Kickstarter. It looks like someone may have gone in there, shaken the company to see which peeps are performing, which are the staff that are being lazy, and make it more of a leaner company, and finally get to updating Kickstarter, because it's rapidly in need of it. It really is, and it doesn't want a competitor to come along and take its crown. So maybe there's something good in this story. I'd be interested to hear if anyone is complaining about losing their job at Kickstarter, because stories were coming out about them actually volunteering to leave the company. So maybe they were hands up, we'll go, we're no good for the company. Who knows? Still a bit of a mystery hanging over this, and they're certainly keeping the news close to their chest. But from what we're seeing from a consumer side, Kickstarter is changing, so all good. Our final news this week is one of my favorite games of the year so far on Kickstarter. Starlight has hit its pledge manager. So if you missed this, please check out the Kickstarter page. We did a video on Starlight, of course, and we fell in love with it. It's definitely in our top 10 of all Kickstarters of the year so far. And I wonder where it will be. We'll find out at the end of the year where that stands. But we really have to mention this, as it is a fantastic, the only sci-fi campaign game. And this game, to be brief, doesn't only do space battles like by X-Wing, but you're also going down on planets, and you're exploring planets like Seventh Continent. It also has a full campaign and also endgame, where you'll be doing raid combat to go against really difficult opponents. And it's a massive RPG where you level up your character, you level up your ship, and you level up your mothership. Oh man, this game is incredible. Up for late pledge, certainly a news item indeed. Kickstarter Radio 102.4 does not stand still. It is constantly evolving. Our Saturday show has just been upgraded to the newest, skinniest version, where we only look at the games we covered in the week in a new, skinnier format. Also, our live show on Sunday has been trimmed off the fat too, and we look at games that we could not cover in the week that are full of promise too. And also, we will be covering all the interesting and cool games that are worth your attention, so it is worth subscribing to this channel just to see all that we offer. So why not subscribe and make this channel even better, as we have a ton of social stretch goals, so this channel gets bigger, better, and better for you, the viewer that loves Kickstarters. So if you're bored of retail, this is the YouTube channel made for you. The Big Four. The Kickstarter of the Week award goes to Dodos Riding Dinos. Yes, a deserved Kickstarter of the Week. Why? Because it's the best Kickstarter kids game in 2020 so far, and it's an amazing kids game. Yeah, it's a racing game that you play cards simultaneously, and these cards sometimes give you a bonus where you will be using a dexterity to throw bananas, a meteorite, or a log of wood at the game board, or eggs to slow down your opponents as you go around the map. Amazing miniatures here also, and if you paint your minis and want to protect them, they've unlocked small dinosaurs to put them in their place if you want to do that. There's lots of strange things about this Kickstarter, but it is really, really cool. Also to note about this is that it's busted through all its stretch goals, so it's mega pimped out also. it has more than one board that you can play with it as well. And one of the stretch goals is a cup mode, which is really cool because it is a bit like Mario Kart. So the cup mode is, we don't know much about it yet, but I'm guessing it's like a little league that you can play between the courses that they've got. And it's really, really cool as well. Great shipping prices around the world. Languages unlocking big time. And the minis look incredible. Nice 40mm size, or all individual art on the cards. Wonderful, beautiful, fun cards to play with. And yeah, a nice exclusive crossover with Dragons of the Red Moon. What's that? I still don't know what that is. I don't really care. But anyway, what an amazing package it is. A great value proposition. And still time to go yet before the end of the campaign. They're asking for people also to for suggestions of stretch goals. In fact, the game has so much social going on. That's why it's got Kickstarter of the Week, because it's just an amazing Kickstarter all round with so much going on here and so much pleasure to be a backer. It really is incredible. And here you can see that the page is so big, which is why our video was so long, because there's so much detail to go in this campaign. But yeah, check our video out if you want to see more about this game. And if you're a parent, you owe it to yourself to check this game out, because we think you and your kids will love it. All right. Oh, and before we go, check this out. In the update number 15 for Dodos Riding Dinos, as we go down, lots of interesting stuff going on, but ooh, look, we got a mention. It's our first official mention on any game we've covered in the updates. They just wanted to say thank you, and it is our pleasure to be covering this game. It is a dream for any parent to play with their kids. Oh yeah. So we're getting slowly famous. Woohoo! Yeah, so spread the good word if you like any of our videos, and we'll get mentions all around, so it should help us at the channel, and all four of us are really thrilled. All right, let's get on to the next game. Now, Euthia, the unofficial game of Heroes and Might and Magic, the epic series on the PC. This is coming to the West in English, and wow. You're going to need a massive table for this, as it could be a table hog, and there's different scenarios to play. One, if you're playing with 4 players, is going to be 8 hours long. Oh my goodness. But there are some shorter ones, of course, and if you play that single player, as it's got a good solo mode, it's going to take 4 hours, an epic solo. It really is. So much going on here, even more than the video game that it's based on. And so much more to love. It's pretty themeless, but that's okay. We're calling this a palette cleanser, so you can break away from the big campaigns out there like Gloomhaven and co. Each of the heroes is kind of, they're different, a little bit cliche. You've got your warrior, you've got your wizard, you've got your rogue, hunter, and I guess the witch makes up an unusual one, though. That's quite nice for that. Light RPG wise, but they do have a small amount of things that they can learn, and also equipment that enhances their abilities. And it has a very, very cool mechanics. You can see how beautiful it looks on the board here, and the board will only kind of reveal itself as you go down the map. So it's not all going to look like this when you start playing it. It will get bigger and bigger as you venture forward and uncover the lands ahead. It's also competitive as well in nature as well, and you can resurrect if you do die. So there's no permadeath, so no worries about that. But truly is an epic campaign, a giant Kickstarter that is worthy of your attention. This game was already on the market in Czech Republic, and it was very successful. So it's had over 1,000 backers during its campaign when it was then. But with so many years in production, we've finally got a chance to get our hands on it worldwide now in English. And yeah, absolutely fantastic game. You should check it out. Check our video out. Oh, Adventures in Neverland. This is a really cool pirate game, yes, with the Peter Pan license. You can be all the characters, including James Hook. James Cup. There he is, the big pirate boss though. Love that character. Anyway, or Peter Pan, as you can see. Woohoo! It's a story campaign, competitive story campaign. Yes, a bit like Joan of Arc Time of Legends that we saw last year, which is also for Late Pledge, by the way. Anyway, yeah, you have these story cards that you go through. There's also side missions you can do with the factions around, but you can't do some storylines with some factions because you might be an enemy, so you can't pick up like quests from them. There's a massively RPG element to your character sheets, as you can see here, where you can put items down and your side quests on. You've got dice mitigation also, so there's no luck here. You can really build your character around dice mitigation. The map is beautiful. It's so big as well. Wonderful stretch goals. Oh man, this game has me shaking in my boots, and it potentially is going to win the competition between the two pirate games, which you'll see. Other things of note, though, with this game, it comes with story packs as the upper pledge, which I highly recommend because it really extends your game. And the story here are pre-baked as well, so you can expect really great things going on. And also the story kind of evolving as well, and maybe lots of branches are potentially going on here. And also it's very easily to upgrade this with these boxes as well. So yeah, it looks very, very cool. And if you play this solo, you can play none of it because it's not solo. If you want a solo game, go to the next pirate game, which we'll look at next. Oh, Sea of Legends. Ooh, well, this is a very exciting game. 400 quests for the base game, or 800 if you get the expansion too. However, procedural missions with an app. Not just that, procedural text, procedural quotes, procedural, or everything procedural. Oh my goodness me. A few quibbles about this game, one being the small game board, but it has a solo mode though, which does make it exciting. But if you're going to play 800 quests, then it's a bit like a soap opera, isn't it? Going around the same areas all the time. Also, a little bit weird that your meeples are walking across water, as it's mainly water-based. But hey, you know, that's just me. But yeah, the game does look cool. The cards, I think, could do with a bit of an upgrade because the backgrounds are all the same. Other than that, the stretch goals need to prove itself. This game is still in its first week, so it's got some time to go. And I'll be doing a heads up between Sea of Legends and the Peter Pan Wonderlands and Adventure game in roughly 2 weeks. I'll let them both Kickstarters fully flourish and then do a heads-to-head up because they are so similar. But lots to enjoy about Sea of Legends. And yeah, and if you like two pirate games, then wow, golden age for you. Two good ones here. Not good, frankly, amazing ones here. You could be back in both of them. So yeah, Sea of Legends, well worth your time also to have a look at and check our video out too. The channel news. Yes, this week we broke our 250 sub stretch goal. Woohoo! We've unlocked new music. No one could be happier than our editor, Jet. She says thank you. I say thank you. The whole team here says a big thank you to all our subscribers. Thank you so much. We've also put a video out this week to say thanks, and it'll be our new advert that you may see in our videos this week. Coming up. All right. Also, the live show tomorrow, expect the following games. The Defense of Procyon 3, Rush MD. We'll also be looking at High Noon, a Wild West combat tactical board game, long name. Crisis at Steamfall, Battle of the Boy Bands, and maybe a couple more if we can fit them in. Possibly Pulp Invasion, and also Victim, the Cursed Forest and the Asylum expansion. Ooh, that's going to be a lot to fit into 1 hour tomorrow on the live show, but do check us out tomorrow. You can tune in live. If you're a subscriber and you hit the bell, you'll get a notification of when we go live, so you can set a reminder and all that good stuff. All right, very good indeed. All right then, before we say goodbye, just to remind you of that the S.H.E.O.L Kickstarter is coming out on Wednesday. The preview Kickstarter page notes are in the show notes, and you absolutely should check that out. Well, there we go. It's been a great week, and hopefully next week will just be as good too. So you've been watching Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.